Good day to you and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, we are going to continue from where I stopped in my last video. In my last video, I've been able to complete the title, the subtitle, the name, and then where we want to talk about now is the description of our book. Description is one of the most important parts of your book on Amazon KDP. And if your description is not definitely okay, you are going to not make any sale on your book. How do I mean? You remember the other time I said that when somebody wants to search for a book on Amazon, what they need to check for is the title of the book. They are going to put a keyword here and they can search for any keyword, right? So once they search for keyword, let's say they are looking for keto diet cookbook meal plan and they click on search like this, it's going to give them different types of books. As you can see, one of the most important things that you need to note is that your book, this thing must be very, very catchy. Your book design, it must be very, very catchy, just like the one you can see me created here. You can see that I created it just like the ones that you can see there. Did you see that now? So it has to be catchy that when the owner of that particular book, the person that wants to buy the book, is going through all those books there, the catchiness of your design or the designs of your book is going to make the person feel attracted to your book. Let's now assume this is your book and the person is now attracted to your book. Then once they click on it, the another thing that is very important that they want to read after clicking on your book is your description. And your description is one of the most important parts, because if your description cannot sell your book, they will never buy your book. But if your description can sell your book, you will definitely get the customer. How do I mean? And how can your description sell your book? I said the other time that I'm going to be breaking it down for you using the AIDA model of copywriting skill. What do we mean by the AIDA model of copywriting skill? This is just like your book needs to have the attention grabbing part, the interest grabbing part, the desire grabbing part, and the call to action. As you can see, this well-detailed description here. You can see this description. So let me see more details. Let me see more details of this particular book so that you can see. Okay, so let's check the description of this book. When you check the description of this book now, this description of this book have the attention part. As you can see, simple and effective by the magnetic something. So this is the attention part of this particular book. And then you can see the interest part of this book, where this person is listing out the importance and the benefit of all this book. That is what we call the interest. This thing will make the buyer to feel interested in buying the book. And then let's move to the desire. This desire is when you tell them, you can see perfect keto gifts. This keto cookbook guide makes thoughtful present to people. Will be like, oh, so I can even use this keto to do present to somebody. Aha! So they have gotten the desire of that person. And then this particular description also have call to action. As you can see, add to cart now. When we talk about call to action, simply means telling the reader or telling the buyer to do something. You have to let them to do something at the end. So let's quickly check another book and see the way they've written their own to description, whether they also follow the AIDA model of copywriting. So let's check another book. Okay, let me check this one and check the description of this one. So let's check the description of this one and whether they also follow the AIDA model of copywriting. Let me read more. As you can see, I can easily see it. It is clearly that they also follow the AIDA model. See the attention part of it. Your shortcuts to keto success, FRI. That is the title of the book. They said carving golden, crunchy meal, and all this lifestyle. Did you see that actually fits your low carbs lifestyle? This is an attention. You ask them questions, then they start thinking in their mind, oh, let me read more. Then they said this keto diet, air fryer, something. I don't want you to bore you with any stress at all, because I'm going to be showing you how you can also do this thing irrespective of the book that you have written. So this is the interest of the book, and then this is the desire of the book, and then you can see the call to action. Ready to enjoy the crypto growth something. Scroll up, click buy now. That is what we call call to action. You have to tell your reader something that they need to do. So how are you going to be getting your description? That is exactly what I'm going to be teaching you here. So for you to get your description on Amazon KDP, it is very easy. You are going to be making use of ChatGPT if you don't have copywriting skill. Adibin, I am the one to write this thing. I'm just going to type it with my head because I'm the one that wrote the book and I also understand copywriting skill. I know the AIDA formula, I know the PS formula, I know all other formulas that I can use. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to be making it easier for you. So you are going to go to ChatGPT and ChatGPT is going to do the work for us. Irrespective of the book that you have, just follow this step to get it done. So once you get to ChatGPT here, just explain yourself to ChatGPT and it's going to give you what you want. I want to publish a book on Amazon KDP titled, just follow it accordingly, titled, you put the title of your book there, the Keto Diet Cookbook. Can you see that now? The Essential Keto Diet Cookbook, the Essential Keto Diet Cookbook. Then you can put for beginners. Can you see that now? So you just put your own title, the title of your book, that is what you are going to put there. So once you are done putting the title of your book, what you are expected to tell ChatGPT now is that I want you to write me a description. I want you to write me a description for my book that will follow or align with Amazon standard using the AIDA model of copywriting skill. So you are just going to send it to ChatGPT. So it's going to write the perfect description for your book. As you can see the description, it says here is a professional written book description for your book, The Essential Keto Diet Cookbook, crafted with AIDA model, which is the attention, interest, desire, and what? Action, and align with Amazon standard. So what you just need to do, once you are done with that, just you can see it has written everything perfectly for us. So the attention, the interest, and everything is there. Just copy it. Make sure you read it carefully and check whether it is related to what you are also or what your book is all about. So just copy it and then you go back to Amazon, then you paste it there easily. So that is how to get your description using the AIDA model of copywriting and following the Amazon standard. So once you are done with that, the next thing you now want to do, they said publishing right. Do you own the publishing right for this particular book? So yes, I own the publishing right and I own the necessary publishing right. So that's what you're going to prove. So if your book is for public domain, this is a public domain work. So I'm sure your book is not a public domain work. So you're going to be choosing what? I own the copyright of your book. So once you are done with that, the next thing we want to talk about is this particular one, primary audience. They said this sexually explicit image or title. Do you have that on your book? No, I don't really have that. I don't have that on my book. Now they said, what is the reading age? This one is optional anyways. So if your book is like for children or your book is for children within some specific range, I used to use this one when I'm publishing my coloring books. It is always for children, let's say 4 to 7 years old or 5 to this one. So that is when I use this one. But yeah, let me just set the maximum and the minimum. Let's say from 18 plus. Yes, that's just this particular book is meant for. So that is that about that. So they said the primary marketplace where you want your book to be placed. Do you want it to be on Amazon.com? Do you want to be on Amazon.co, Amazon. Everything? But the most valuable market is the Amazon.com. So that is where your book should be. So they said this category, this is where the work starts. Category is very, very important. Category is very, very important because if you don't know how to get your category, it's going to be difficult for you. A lot of people just omit this place and just go to their 7 backend keyword. And after that time, they realize that their book is not making sales because this category simply means that your book must be placed in a category. It's just like a blog. It's just like a YouTube. When you are creating a YouTube video or YouTube something, you need to have a category for your video so that when people are coming, they can easily know, oh, these videos are for graphics designing. Oh, these videos are for blogging. Oh, this video is meant for this and that. They can easily see the types of videos that you are creating. So on Amazon KDP, they also have categories where they usually places each and everybody's book, depending on that type of book that the person have written. They have the category for children book, they have the category for adult book, they have the category for women book, they have the category for men book, and lots of categories like that. So for you to be writing a book, you need to also know the category where your book falls into. How do you now know the category where your book falls into? How do you now get your category of your book? This is going to bring us to another website called, I'm going to be explaining that for you in my next video. I don't want this video to be too long. In my next video, I'm going to be continuing from that category. If you have got value from this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. I am African Prince. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.